I do now want to switch gears to the president's son, Hunter Biden. Governor Ron DeSantis had the first question of the night last night, and I want to read you part of his response. It was about Bidenomics, and DeSantis said this: "We cannot succeed as a country if you're working hard and you can't afford groceries, a car, or a new home, while Hunter Biden can make hundreds of thousands of dollars on lousy paintings." But throughout the rest of the 2 hours, Hunter Biden really wasn't a major point of conversation, a major topic the entire night. Do you think that was a missed opportunity for the other GOP contenders? Or do you think this in the first debate, it was better to focus on the issues at hand?
What's interesting, you pose a very interesting and hard question, Brittany, because in a sense, the real malefactor in this right now that they could have focused on would have been the Department of Justice for mishandling all of this. And that's a real political policy kind of issue. Uh, Ordinary people who commit the kind of violations that Hunter Biden has would be charged up the kazoo. And in particular, he was never charged as being a foreign agent, failing to register as a foreign agent. We don't know why his family set up dozens of LLCs to move money in almost like a shell game. It goes into one, it moves to another secretly, and then it goes out to, we know so far, to 9 family members, including minor children. We don't know anything that was done for that other than the last name. Now, whether I think most voters think rightly that none of it matters unless it is linked to Joe Biden. I would say it matters in another way. It matters because we have to have even-handed justice and fair investigations from the Department of Justice. And I think there are a lot of Republicans who are understandably angry that Trump is charged with everything. And we now know from reporting in the New York Times and Politico that David Weiss, the prosecutor in Delaware, didn't want to charge Hunter with anything. And it was only after the public hearings that they moved to something reasonably serious. The public has a right to know. And by the way, this is the main claim of populism, right? That there are insiders and there are outsiders, and we're outsiders. And the most remarkable thing about Donald Trump's candidacy right now is that this is a former incumbent president who is able to credibly run as an outsider. Isn't that kind of remarkable? I mean, he should be in a way the quintessential insider, but he's not only an outsider in the sense that he's kind of running against the establishment. In my opinion, he's an outsider in the sense that he still doesn't know how to handle what he would call the deep state, what others call the administrative state. How is he going to get a handle on those people? They stymied him last time, and we don't know how. I thought that was Ron DeSantis's missed opportunity. I wrote an article about it a few weeks ago saying he should have run on the fact that economic growth is the issue for most Americans, and uh, the and freedom, which was the COVID thing. But also, I can actually implement policies, because the differentiation on his policies, on all of these Republican policies, is not all that great from Trump. So how do they differentiate themselves? I would say if you're Ron DeSantis, if you're Governor Burgum, even if you're Asa Hutchinson, your claim ought to be, I have, it's not just experience per se, because then you'll be damned as being an insider. It's that I know how to get policies we all want through a resistant bureaucracy.